Calgro M3 is a mixed-use housing development group, and it was established in 1995.
Exactly, and listed on the market in the class of 2007. Remember, there were a whole lot of construction-related stocks listed then.
Before the crash in 2008.
Some of them went like Sanyati, RBA, they all crashed and burned and are in insolvency. But in fact, this one was the star of the bunch. And they have focused on residential housing development and infrastructure development. For example, they are the people that built Cosmo City to the west of Johannesburg.
Market cap 2.3 billion rand, PE ratio of 11.6 and no dividend yield. Calgro M3 mixed-use housing developments, given the current landscape and again the demand-supply equation for housing in South Africa, couldn't this be a sweet spot?
Definitely, I think that's exactly what it's been touted at. I mean, that's what management will point you to over and over again. I mean, just look at the emerging middle class. There's a massive undersupply of housing, and this is really where the sweet spot is. I mean, they're very good public partnerships as well. So, I mean, they leverage off all sorts of the National Department of Human Settlements, all the different development plans as well. They're now also moving into memorial grounds as well. So building the first cemetery.
Graveyards.
Graveyards.
Cemeteries.
Out in Nasrec, they're building the first one as well. So, an interesting company, but also I think fairly expensive for looking at their historic track record. I mean, they've managed to grow earnings fantastically well, but I mean they traded a significant premium to NAV as well.
And we haven't had a look at the share price graph. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, most recent trading update revealed that earnings were going to be flat to slightly down, which is a problem when you've done as much rising as that. Because on the left-hand side of that chart, there was a period when earnings were exceeding the market's expectations.
So do you think we're in for more downside on this one?
Look, the share's reasonably tightly held. I'm not exactly sure. There are two families, Afrikaans families, that are the controlling shareholders here. The Steyn family is one of them, not Doe Steyn, another Steyn. And, well, I think his first name might be Doe Steyn, but it's not that Doe Steyn. And I think that has given them a certain degree of security and solidity. So they've done well operationally and in terms of the share price. But I think it is just at that bit of a tipping point where people have gotten a little bit anxious that it might have been priced for perfection and now it's under a little bit of pressure.
Gary, let's get your thoughts. First of all, have you ever given a call on this one and called it hot and made a brilliant return on it?
Yeah, I mean, we've had it. It is actually a sort of a fairly popular sort of small and mid-cap stock, for private investors as well. So, I mean, we've held it, for a number of clients. It's never been in portfolios, but we have held it for a number of clients. So
as that like mid-cap stock that you can bet on because it's got a solid business model.
But I think it does have a solid business model as well. Yeah, and also if you look at as Paul says, it's very tightly held. So we were looking into the ownership structure. It's actually Midbrook Lane Asset Management that holds about 20% stake in the company.
Those guys there as well.
Yeah, out on Leslie Avenue. So they've got a stake, and I don't think I think that will give it some stability as well. Yeah, it's a difficult.
Paul, do you want to add?
No. I'm not hot on it.
Yeah, I don't think.
No surprise.
I think at this stage, I mean, it's performed exceptionally well over the last 6 years. So it has delivered on everything that it's promised. Again, that trading statement also for me was a little bit of concern. I mean, it was coming off a very high base anyway, but that might just take the wind out of its sails.
We've got to wrap it up. Hot or not?
Not hot.
Not hot.
Great
not hot.
performer, solid company, but not hot.